Shalom, it's your brother Yahweh coming again with another lesson. All right, let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ha Kwadash. All right, that's the true ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue the Lord spake in the Ancient of Days, which is his true name, Yahweh. All right, which is the Father, which means he exists. Bahashem in the name of Yahweh Shah. All right, which the word English calls Jesus Christ. All right. And what that means is deliverer. Okay. And let's give double honors to all the elders and apostles across the four corners of the earth. Okay. All right. And salutations to the head of my camp, Chazak, who I teach on in the Camp of Men of Israel here in Greenville, South Carolina, in the Camp of Men of Israel. All right. And also salutations to the Akum, Aqua, the man and woman who believes, all right, in his word, in his truth, in the name of Yahweh Shemi Shah, keeping the laws and commandments to the best of their ability in these last days, being sincere, all right. And to the speckled bird who looks as the heathen, so like y'all like to say shalom as well. And the lesson of this title, all right, let me go to my notes real quick. The lesson of this title will be the police system of Babylon the Great. All right. And what you see, man, is what I have gotten from Google. All right. And I can look it up again for edification. I don't think it's necessarily, though, because whoever is watching, you can clearly look up overseer on your own. And what it is, what does it mean to modern day policing? All right. The origins of modern day policing. I'm going to go ahead and bold that up. Okay. And what you see is the person who directed the daily work of the slaves was the overseer. Usually a white man, but occasionally an enslaved black man, a slave driver, promoted to the position by his master. All right. And what that means is if you have a so-called good nigga, you know what I'm saying, who will tell the secrets of what's going on back in those days of slavery. And this is, by the way, talking about how the police system is created, the origins of policing, where it comes from, man. Okay. And, back then, the slave driver was the man that was upon the horses, man. So-called white man, Esau Edom. And what he does, he makes sure that all of the slaves was in line and picking whatever crops they was picking, and that none of them would have the sense to plan or create any rebellion against the master. But to be ensured, sometimes they allowed some of the slaves, one particular slave that probably been on the plantation long enough, usually an elder, who would be around most of the strong men of the slaves, and those who look as that they have a mind of creativity or very strong. They would place them among those men to see if they were trying to plan anything. And they report back to their slave master. That was another form of, policing the slaves, keeping them in line. But the majority of time will be the so-called white man who would do this job, man. Because they couldn't trust a nigga to do that either. Because that nigga could tell them lies to make sure those slaves ran away. Okay? Especially when it was coming closer to the time of the Civil War. No nigga could be trusted then, because they was making sure they joined the war. But the second paragraph, man, explains the modern day policing and how it traced back to the slave patrol, which is the overseer, man. Okay, it says the earliest form of slave patrol was created in the Carolinas in the early 1700s. It says with one mission to establish a system of terror and squash slave uprisings with the capacity to pursue or apprehend and return away in return runaway slaves to their owners. All right. So basically, what this system of policing was set up to make sure that to make sure that a so-called black man wasn't terrorizing or causing a terrorizing group or uprising to take over their master's house, or to be apparent to run away from the master's house. And if they was supposed to pursue them and go after them and apprehend them, which means capture them, man. And this is where it comes from, to make sure to keep an eye on those who seems to cause trouble or seem to cause trouble in their to disrupt their favors or their way of life, man. Because if they didn't have slaves, then they would have to do it themselves. They would have to get rich off their own hand. But what they do, they sat and got rich, got trillions of dollars out of our backs. This is the way of the policing of today. And before I get into the scripture, man, I want to watch this video, because this video tells you
he went straight to his house and
racist
barricaded himself in there.
this place is today.
The way you are white or LDS, the city does not want you there. I know this firsthand because I was an officer for that city, and I'm telling you, they treat minorities like shit. Through TikTok, I have received many messages from people in the DA's office, the Henderson Justice Court, Henderson Municipal Court, the Henderson Police Department, sergeants, lieutenants, captain, and they all say the same shit. Behind closed doors, the city of Henderson is racist. The Henderson Police Department is so racist, the city manager, Richard Derrick, had to send out an internal memo to the Henderson Police Department restricted email stating that
Now, he may say Henderson or whatever state he's from, but you gotta understand, that's just not in one state, man. That's not just in one state. You know, the patrol came from the South. So just imagine if you're in the South, man, how racist really they are, and what is the game plan for these motherfuckers down here than the ones that's up in the North or the West. You have to understand, look, these devils is never going to change their ways, man. No matter what color they have on, what suit, what they've done. So bring justice to themselves for doing one good deed out of all the million deeds they have done wrong. To cover up those million deeds, they are still wicked ass people, man. These are gangs of the Confederate. What is the Confederate? That's the United States of America, man. Everything this place has done, which is Babylon the Great, everything this place has produced is death, wickedness, slaughter, rape, rob, and fucking murder. That is all this place has produced. And by who? Esau Edom, so-called white man. All right, the wicked. All right, the one who ruleth, the one who his kingdom, man. The one who goes against the scriptures, man. Everything this man has done has destroyed the Hebrew Israelites, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They have taken, conquered, and pillaged their way across the whole damn earth, and stealing and stolen everything, man. They have taken the heritage of a lot of people and claimed it as their own, and have done this to many people to get the power that they have and the seat that they have, man, to have the overseers over many nations. This is why this place is so great. Okay? All to reference to Christopher Columbus, which was the person who've done it himself, who was the ideologist or the man, the man who started this shit. Well, really not start, but who brought this, this way of conquering and pillaging and killing and enslaving. He has brought this to this land, man. He has brought blood. He has built a nation off of blood, man. And they try to act as though they're innocent, This shit is going on to this day. And you have these crooked ass cops who wants to say they protect and they serve. But what are they protecting and serving if they only come ready to kill you so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, man? Can y'all answer that question? Who are they really protecting? You see videos on TikTok of the so-called white man just trying their best to piss off these damn cops. And these cops don't draw their guns. These cops don't try to tackle them down and push their face in the damn pavement. These cops don't try to tase them in the face. They don't beat their ass to death. They don't send the whole damn troop or a dog on them. But these people just sit there and test these damn cops. These so-called white little teenagers test these damn cops for their pranks and TikToks and don't get damn touched, man. They may get turned around and handcuffed, but they not getting their ass shot at. Jake do it one damn time, his ass is history. But because you see that, that's because, look, that's white supremacy, man. This place was never built for us. This place that we built was never meant for us to live in it. It was meant for them. Okay?
Racism will not be tolerated. City Manager Richard Derrick was forced to send out this memo after he saw a white Henderson correctional officer standing next to the former police chief, Andres, who is black, by the way, at a recent academy graduation. And in that picture, that white correctional officer, he was throwing up some hand gestures that are inappropriate of white power. And what did the new Henderson police chief do? Holly Chadwick? Absolutely nothing. The new Henderson police chief, Holly Chadwick, she's one of them. Just like Officer Kevin Lapierre, Officer Cochran, Officer Hargis, and this correctional officer. They all belong to the same club. And what does she do? Instead of firing them, she changed internal policy to keep them on the force. Henderson police officer Kevin Lapierre, he was in the same unit as the new chief and the problem-solving unit, and they were buds. HPD officer Kevin Lapierre went through an internal affairs investigation and had many sustained allegations of racism, saying things like, if I didn't have a family, I would unalive Black Lives Matter protesters, effing Mexicans, they need to be unalived, so on and so forth. And again, they were all sustained allegations. And then you have Henderson police.
And for those who don't know what unalive means, it means to be killed, man. And you got people who hear stuff, don't know what it means, but just listening. So pay attention.
Officer Cochran, her and Chief Holly Chadwick are buds. You want to know why? Because the chief even went to her wedding recently. Now, she was drinking and driving and crashed within the city of Henderson. When Henderson police officers were dispatched to the scene, they tried to cover it up for her. At first, she said that her girlfriend was driving. Untruthful. And then later, she changed her story and said that her male friend was driving. He actually came to the scene, which also was untruthful. And even the witness that was there was saying something fishy was going on. Her internal affairs investigation proved that she was lying, but she didn't get fired. And then you have Officer Gary Hargis. He is the HPOA president. He should know better. What did he do? He left the HPOA drunk. Why do I say drunk? Because there was another officer in that HPOA who saw him. He got into his personal vehicle, drove off, and hit a motorcyclist. After he hit the motorcyclist, he went straight to his house and barricaded himself in there. The witness followed Gary Hargis to his home. And once 911 was involved, behind the scenes, they contacted him and told him a whole slew of things to not answer the door because officers were on their way. Officers attempted to make contact, and of course, unsuccessfully. The next morning, they went to his home and he lied and said that he was in bed by 10:30. But there's surveillance evidence saying, nope, that's untruthful. And plus, that officer that was at the HPOA saw him personally. All these officers had administrative due process, and every single one of them came back with sustained allegation of untruthfulness. And just recently, an Asian officer was let go from the HPD. Why? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. But you see, Chief Holly Chadwick, all she does, if you're a minority, you're gone. But if you're white or LDS, you're staying put. She would even go to lengths to change internal policy for human resources and keep these people on the department. I'm truly ashamed that I ever wore this uniform. As a matter of fact, here, if anybody wants it, hit me up and you can have it. In the city.
And there you have it, man. And you can tell this brother is He's a brother. I won't say a brother, but he's Essecar, man. So-called Mexican. All right, his name is, had a C. I don't know if his name is Carlos Rios, but definitely got a C right there. I don't know what his first name is. But you can tell he's of Israel, and he's had enough of this shit, man. Okay, this man done had enough of this shit, and he's fed up. He said, "Fuck Esau, man," and that's the spirit. That's the spirit. The Lord allowed this man to see the bullshit that he was working for. And the Lord allowed him to experience and to get all these details, man, to expose this damn police department shit. All right? Hey, this place must fall, man. Babylon the Great must fall. Everything it stands for, man. Ain't shit safe here. These police officers ain't shit. Everything they do for themselves, man. But let's go back to the scriptures. All right. Ezekiel chapter 22, 29. I'm going to grab that. Get rid of this. I'm going to grab that. Is that 22, 99? Yeah. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 29 says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And who was the stranger, man? Those they put on this land. Those who are not native to that land. All right, who they are oppressing, who they brought over here. All right, the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right. And this is what they do, man. They wrongfully oppressed us, man. And they still wrongfully oppressing us, accusing us of murders that we didn't commit. All right. Putting charges on us so that we won't get jobs. All right. Doing all kind of sorts of fucking wickedness so that we can't live. We don't have a chance, man. That's what they do. All right. Fuck your tickets up so that you stressed out on paying tickets and fees so you can't drive your car, so you can't get to work. They want your ass on the street so they can put your ass in the cell for being on the street. You see what's going on with what's the shit they got going on in California, man. They taking these people off the damn street, you know, making them move without they getting their belongings. Okay, that's what they do, and they don't have no solution for what they do. But let another country who needs aid, they send billions of dollars to them. But what they do in their own house? Nothing. But they're here to protect and serve. That's a bullshit lie. Let's continue. Psalms chapter 10. Let's grab that. And while I'm not reading from my notes, because I want to make sure everything is edifying, I don't want to be the one that someone makes a video and say, well, he was reading from his notes. He could have wrote that. Now I'm showing you through the scriptures, so I don't want to hear nothing. And it's just for edification purposes only. Psalms chapter 10, verse 6. All right. And it says, he says in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. All right. And I think I got that word for adversity. But nah, I really don't. It means suffering or pain. All right. I believe. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. And you see what I just said, man. This are the mindset and the spirits of these damn devils when they put that damn uniform on, man. All their hatred and all and their true selves come out. Their horn shows, man. They walk as though they can't be touched. They walk in and look at you like you ain't shit. When you on a hallway, you on a country road, You see them lurking in the damn place. You see their cars parked, waiting on your ass to fucking speed. You see that, man. It says in his secret places does he murder the innocent. That's why you see a police officer, when they beating somebody for no damn reason senselessly, they all try to crowd around the police officer that's doing it so that they can be, so that nobody can't have no footage on what's really going on. You see that? It says his eyes are pearly set against the poor. Who was the people who were poor, man? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Y'all not on top. We don't live in these communities where the police just don't be sitting their cars out and waiting on trouble. You know what I'm saying? We in the neighborhoods where they waiting on us to cross the goddamn pedestrian down light and give us a damn pedestrian ticket for not waiting on the damn light to change. They don't give a fuck. Excuse my French, but they don't care, man. These people don't give a damn about us, man. That's why I hate when our people sit there and show them so much favoritism. And these people have nothing but hatred in their heart. All right? It says in verse 9, he lieth and wait secretly as a lion in his den. And he lieth and wait to catch the poor. Like I said, man. They'll sit there and stake out all damn day. You go out, you probably get a drink. They gonna go out there and make sure they ID your ass. Make sure you 21. It's a cookout. I don't care what it is. Why you drinking? What's this? This is my yard. I don't care who yard it is. You're not supposed to be drinking that. You're not supposed to be having no alcohol on you. You're in a public place. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it out in the open. You can't just drink out in the open. This is kind of shit that Esau would probably, would try to get you for, man. So like this is why we have to be wise, man. We have to have eyes that are watching. Okay? We have to be watchers of ourselves, man, and others. Especially when you're a man of the Lord. You have to watch your surroundings and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing at all times, because these motherfuckers are waiting for you to slip. It says he does catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Okay? That can set your ass up and have Jake, have Jake go run to a suitcase full of money. And then once that Jake, who seen that abandoned suitcase full of money, said he stole it from somebody who was a business owner, had that man get that man life for something he didn't even do, but just try to goddamn and see what was going on, what's all this money coming from. And so they do it to the hungry and the poor, man. They set us up. They throw weed in your car when you get pulled over. They try to find ways to take your sticker off your damn tag and put a fake one on there saying you trying to fraud the government. They do anything, man, to get your ass out the way. It says in verse 10, he crouches and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And who is that? By those who are in the same mindset, man. Those who have the authority, the oppressors, okay? The adversaries, man, your slave catchers. Says he have said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hid his face, he will never see it. You see that? They think that the Lord has forgotten us, man, because of the things they have done to us. That the things they have continued to do to us, that the Lord is not paying them no mind that we deserve, because they're not getting judged for doing these things. But their time is coming, man. Their time is definitely coming. And the Lord definitely don't damn forget. Best believe that. Y'all definitely gonna pay, man. Let me get that 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. And it reads, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Okay, it says in verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. All right. So those who are in the world, man, we know that they're going to face these afflictions, man, because they're not walking being wise, man. They're not walking being steadfast in the faith. All right. Knowing the limits, man. Okay. They're going to be ones caught and be made an example out of. This is why you must separate yourself from those who are of the world, because you never know what their intentions are, man, and what they're willing to pull off around a man of the Lord. That's why you gotta examine these niggas you'll be around, because they can get you fucked up. Lamentations 1 and 3. All right, and it says, Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction, and because of great servitude she dwelleth among the heathen, and she findeth no rest. All her persecutors overlook her between the straits. You see that? All of us are overlooked, man. They overlook all the shit they do to us, all the things they hurt us with, killing our babies, killing our kids, man, raping our mothers, raping our grandmothers, all right, tearing down the strong man, butt breaking, all of these things they have done, man, all these afflictions. Okay, we have gone in captivity, and we have been in every captivity. Our people have served every nation, man. We have done it all, and this is the things that we must continue to understand. And what does that word straits mean? Let's grab that. Let's get that. Lamentations chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, straits. Let's get it. What does it mean in Hebrew?
Strong's H4712. Mate sad.
Nesar. It means straits means distress, pain. Okay? Pain, distress, trouble. All right? So when it says she finds no rest, all her persecutors overlook her between the pain and the stress. All right? The troubles. And that's all the things we've been in, all the troubles and the stress and the pain that we had to go through to those slaveries, to those times, even to this day. All right, we're still struggling, trying to find ways out of all of these bullshit ass situations they put us in. All right, Amos 1 and 11. It says, thus says the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and kept his wrath forever. Who is this Edom, man? This so-called white man. All right, that's why everything you see through history of how they treated our people, man, they have done us very wrong. They had concentration camps as well, where they have taken the freed slaves, man, who didn't have their papers or lost their papers, man. They put them in these concentration camps, and they had made these concentration camps like a what you call this shit, man. They had made a game out of it, man, to how much pain you can afflict on a man or a woman. They would do anything to make that man or woman scream, or to find ways to see how much pain can they take. All right, they would do anything. They would take the kids, the children, take off a finger, take off a toe, take off a damn eyeball, pluck their nose off, ears, hair, scald their head, scald their heads, take off their skin on one arm and slap it with a whip. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. They did so much shit to us, man. And it's still new shit people finding out that they did to us to this day. And this has been over 400 years, man. They have done this. This man has perpetual hatred, and he kept his wrath forever, man. This man still has the same hatred towards us. That's why you can never trust a so-called white man or woman. They would never love you, nigga. They would never love y'all. Psalm 71 and 4. I'm going to wrap it up on this. And it says, deliver me, O Yahweh, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel men. For verse 5 says, for thou art my hope, O Yahweh, thy power, thou art my trust from my youth. You see that? We have to keep the faith, man. Have to keep the faith. It says from the top, says, in thee, O Yahweh, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thy ear unto me and save me. And be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me. All right. These things we must follow. All right. Continuing on, says, for thou art my rock and my fortress, man. And I already read verse 4. So we have to understand, look, man, we know we're not in the place of our rest. We know we have these demons, these devils that we are battling, man. And now it's time to get build our faith, man, because we know we're heading towards Jacob's trouble. And it's going to be 100 times harder, you know. It's going to be 100 times harder than the things we're going through, man. And the things that we faced, that our people faced in the past, man, it's going to be increased to 100%. Okay, even the things that I've mentioned that we're still finding out, we're going to see worse than that in Jacob's trouble. So it's time to really, you know, expect the fucking worst, man, to come and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because we know this devil has nothing but a short time, so he's going to do any and every damn thing that he can think of to have you fucking, you know, sell out to his system or the mark of the beast, or to, you know, be a martyr, to be killed. And I'd rather be a martyr for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I don't give a fuck what they try to do to me. And that's the mindset you should have, man. For what it say, for those who save their life, roughly paraphrasing, for those who love to live their life shall lose it. And those who are willing to lose my life for their sake, to lose their life for my sake, those who shall inherit eternal life. So, hey, fuck this side, man. Fuck this life. We know we're finna live forever. We're finna rule over these devils. We're finna be the kings over the nations, man. Don't worry about what's gonna happen to you on this side. Don't worry about what you're finna lose, what you have to suffer. Nothing, man. Our kids, our babies, they're going to come on the other side too, man. So if you have to see them perish, your wife perish, kids, whatever it may be, understand that they're going to come back, man. All right? So with that, I hope everything was edifying. Shalom.